But the Padres, they are currently standing 4 games under 500. The Phillies, they're currently 7 games over 500. The Phillies are making a run. The Padres have to make a run. And I want to make this abundantly clear. The Padres can't sell. There was some speculation. Oh, did you see Juan Soto flew back with the Phillies players? Yeah, I saw that. I don't care. If the Padres sell, that whole front office not only gets fired, they deserve to get fired. They are spending more money than the Padres have ever spent before. This is an all-star team, top to bottom. Their pitching staff is an all-star team, top to bottom. Their bullpen is an all-star team, top to bottom. Yet they are not winning enough baseball games, and they're honestly playing, quite frankly, bad. You have Manny Machado, who did not have the best first half he's ever had. Didn't play bad, but just simply didn't go off the way he did last year. Fernando Tatis Jr. has been very good because he's not been, he doesn't have the same standing with fans as he once did because of the steroid thing and the multiple motorcycle accidents and all the shenanigans off the field. Unfortunately, we haven't had a chance to really see the fans pay attention to Fernando Tatis Jr., even though he's having a great year. I think there are some great names over there. Now, keep in mind, they're spending so much money that if they don't win, if they don't make the playoffs, you have to assume A.J. Preller and everyone else in company is getting fired. You have to assume that. And I don't think that's an unfair assumption. A.J. Preller has been there since the year 2014. I want to say that to you one more time. A.J. Preller has now been the general manager for the San Diego Padres since 2014. How many playoff appearances has he had?
Not enough.
2. He's had 2. One of which was in 2020 in the shortened season. So we can barely count that. If everyone's going to sit around not paying attention to the Dodgers World Series that year, then you better believe I'm barely counting the Padres playoff season that year too. Okay? Now, they did make it last year. They get all the way to the NLCS. This year, they actually improved their team and somehow not winning. Yu Darvish not having a great year. Blake Snell doing quite a good job. But this is honestly a team that should win. This is a team that will not be able to sign Shohei Ohtani next year. They will try. Their name will be bantered around, but they're not going to be able to sign him back. They're not going to be able to have $500 million plus to give him. The Dodgers do. The Dodgers have enough prospects to also trade for him. They're going to have to give up a lot more because the Angels don't like trading with the Dodgers all that much, and quite frankly, vice versa. Can you not see A.J. Preller doing everything he can to save his job, throwing every last prospect he has in the farm system just for 2 months of Shohei Ohtani? Because if they don't win this year and the Dodgers get Shohei next year, Padres, people, I hate to say it, it's a wrap. Padres.
One of the things that I did when I was going to be a teacher was a thing called a practicum. Basically, they put you in a classroom and you teach another teacher's class for like a handful of weeks, and then you're evaluated to see if you're ready to move up. And while I was doing that at Choctawhatchee High School in Fort Walton Beach, Florida, I was teaching a history class for my old basketball coach, Mark Tiza. And I did like the last 6 weeks of the first half of the class. And when I did this, there was a kid in that class who was on the football team who did nothing, turned in no assignments, was late to class every day. When he was in class, he was in the back texting on his phone. And then we got to the end of the first half, and the dude was failing the class. And he came up to me one day after the class, and he's like, Mr. Brown, I would like to turn in some extra credit to try to bring my grade up so that I'm eligible to play football in the fall. And I recognize that. And he brought me a project that had been assigned for the first half of the semester. And he gave it to me, and it was excellently, it was well done. It was well researched, well written, well put together. And he handed me that, and I looked at it, and I was like, this is a damn good project. And then you know what I did? I failed the kid because he spent the entire first half of the class goofing off, and then he turned in some good work right at the very end. No. You still failed. You got the highest payroll in baseball. You've got an incredible lineup. You've got a good staff. There's exactly and precisely 0 reasons that you needed to be one of the best teams in early July to not be last place to the Nationals. That's your argument is, well, they're not as bad as the Nationals. with the highest pay scale in baseball? No. It's a wonderful extra credit assignment you turned in. Here's your F. You got a whole nother semester. Put it together, superstar. I wish you the best.
This is the team with the second best record in baseball. Would you be willing to put a little sprinkle down on them?
I'm gonna say no, and it's not out of disrespect to the Marlins. I really, really like Miami. It's been fun to watch them play. I'm gonna say no because I think you've got to be able to lean on your pitching deeper into the playoffs, and I just don't trust them there yet. Now, if Sandy Alcantara comes back to Cy Young form in the second half, maybe that looks a little bit better. Of course, that number is going to jump down just a little bit, but I look at the back end of Braxton Garrett and Brian. I don't see guys that I trust against Atlanta in a long series, against the Dodgers, especially if the Dodgers are going to add a Shohei Ohtani. We know the Dodgers are going to add an arm or two. We just don't know which ones yet. I don't think they – listen, I love the number. I really do. For a team that's second place in what I think is the best division in the National League, we'll fight about that later. For a team that's second in that division, it's not the worst number I've heard of, but I just don't see Miami. Every time Miami's been up against Atlanta, they've fallen. Every time they've come up against the Dodgers, they've fallen. So just based on what they've done, or should I say haven't done against the top teams in the NL, I don't think they're there yet. Plus, how much of this record was carried by Luis Arraez and his quest for 400? Well, he's now at 383 and backsliding. You and I both said we don't think that trend continues in the second half. So if he goes back to being, a normal 333 hitter, how much of their offense backs off because of that as well?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I think a decent amount. I mean, he's been on base, 3 times every single game. That is an absurd number to maintain as the season goes forward. Because what Mario is doing says it all! What happened, Mario? What happened in
Mario, what happened,
baseball?
buddy?
Has anything happened? Has something happened? What's happened?
I haven't been paying attention to the game. Did something happen in the game?
Did something happen in the Parlay v. Parlay Challenge game while I was going through the scores? And I actually held back my reaction because I wanted this exact moment to take place live on the air. Mario, what happened?
Reaction to what, Mario? What is he reacting to?
Mario, would you like to talk about something? Mario, you might want to turn your microphone on for this wonderful radio show we're doing.
Dude, it's just he's batting 185 and he just freaking sends one to the moon. Are you freaking
Kyle
kidding me?
Schwarber, home run, solo shot off Nick Martinez. We are tied 3-3 because the two biggest Philly fans on the planet right now, Rob Brown and myself, watched you mush it in again. The mush, Mario, hate Nash mush. Double D's gonna kill you. Yes.
Do you,
yes,
Mario?
yes.
Do you happen to, out of curiosity, have a hiding spot or 7 available for when Double D starts manhunt? Just out of curiosity.
Oh, it's so good. It's so good.
I just want to know why I just want to know why Juan Soto is just what he's doing today. I mean, 0 for 3. We're missing flyouts. Why are we taking out Blake Snell when he's rolling? I would love, for him to stay out there and not allow any more hits. But Padres, no wonder you guys suck and you can't figure anything out. This is just freaking ridiculous. And there's a lot of game left. There's a lot of game left.
Is there? It's the bottom of the 7th inning right now. We're down to the final leg of this game. We got Alec Boehm at the plate right now with a 1-0 count and 2 outs here in the bottom of the 7th inning. It is a new ball game, and here's the thing: a quick reminder for you. Now, listen, we picked the alternate run line. We really thought the Padres were going to hammer out this game. That is not the case at the moment. But here we are. You need your team to win by 2 runs, or else your parlay is dead. You had the alternate run line before you started running your mouth. Now you don't even have the win. You don't even have the money line right now, which doesn't matter. You didn't pick it.